Hello and thanks for tuning in to Me and My Golf TV. It's Monday, that means it's time for the Impact Show. But before we get into that, special announcement, next week we are going to the Turkish Airlines Open. We're going to produce some lots of great content. We were there last year, we're going again. Lots of great content, videos, periscopes, Snapchats, behind the scenes stuff. But what we are doing as well is we are checking into golf. So we want you to enter the competition for a chance to win some fantastic weekly prizes with the mega prize of going to next year's Turkish Airlines Open.
Sounds fantastic. We were there last year. We know what it's like and it is an amazing trip, guys. So if you want to have the chance to win, make sure you go to checkintogolf.com today and post your best pictures to have the chance to win. It could be you.
We're about to go and do ours now. We're going to do a real special one because we want to win. We want to win some prizes. Anyway, getting back to the Impact Show, what do we have, Andy?
Right, today's the all-important backswing. We're going to show you how to produce that nice move that you want. Right, let's take charge of your game. Okay, so welcome to another beautiful morning here at the Asprey. Hope you had a great weekend. Post any scores you had down below. We'd love to hear how you get on with your game. It's all about you guys, so please keep those comments coming down below. Right, it's the Impact Show. It's Monday, Pierce, which means we're answering questions on your golf swing to help create more impact in your game.
It sure is, guys, and we'd love you to get involved. Go to Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Use the hashtag Impact Show and hopefully we'll be answering one of your questions.
Definitely, and also, guys, if you don't already, follow us on Periscope, which allows you to see us live. We're going to do some live stuff, Q&As on the range, and also Snapchat, which gives you a behind the scenes look at what we're doing. So make sure you check those out.
Of that this week at the Turkish Airlines Open.
Yes, Turkish Airlines. Keep your eyes out for that, guys. Right, okay, let's start with the question then. So we've got Mike Sora off Facebook saying, starting my backswing, the club gets inside my hands. When I try to keep the club outside, my hands tend to come away from my body. I then have a hard time returning the hands back to the address position. So
we see that every day, don't we?
This is a common one. I mean, we've got a disconnected move away swing fault on our website that we've created because we see this fault so much. So why not talk about it today, Pierce? And we've got a great drill for you, Mike, to help you get the right feeling for this. So Pierce, before we get started, let's just show what Mike is actually doing, that the viewers at home see what he's struggling with.
Okay, so when we talk about an inside takeaway, this is what we see. So the club head goes behind the hands, behind the body, very early in the backswing.
Okay, it looks sort of underplane or inside, whatever you want to call it, but at this point we see that club head is behind those hands. Okay. So what has Mike been doing that it sounds like he's struggling with?
Actually, so he's obviously very conscious. He's probably videoed himself, or his friends have told him that he's doing that fault. So his friends have, so he's worked at getting the club head more on plane in the backswing, and he's actually making it go disconnected this way. So the club head, you can see, has gone out away from the body. The hands and arms have disconnected. So
he's got that separation with the arms. We call it the disconnected move away. And then it's hard then to get back to a decent position. You've got to make compensations in the downswing. So, I mean, this is something that we see a lot, Pierce, because people struggle with getting the club up and also keeping the arms and body connected, don't they? So
absolutely. I think exactly what Mike's sort of struggling with is that when the club goes around here, it's because his wrists aren't hinging properly, okay? So not setting the club properly. So because he's not getting that initial set earlier on in the backswing, it's making the club head go around him. So what I think you were just going to say there, Andy, we need to show a drill, which is going to get the club more on plane in the backswing because this is what he's after, but it's also going to get more set, more life in the hands, and he's probably not aware that he's actually doing that.
This is an interesting point because Mike actually has identified his fault.
Yeah.
He knows what he should do, but he's actually doing it with the wrong way. So he's doing it with the arms, when actually all he needs to do is do it with the wrists. And you know, it's good that he's identified it, but he's just working it the wrong way. And a lot of people out there are doing that. So hopefully we can show you the right thing to do.
Great so far.
So get the wrists working first. Pierce is going to sort of talk about that now.
Okay, so from a normal setup position, all I'm going to do is my hands aren't going to move back into my backswing. I'm not going to move the club back. I am just going to set the wrists. And this is great because you can see when I'm doing this, my lead arm, my left arm is staying straight. I am doing this all with my wrists. Now this tells you how much wrist set you can actually do. If you can only go to here, then maybe we need to work at the mobility, but you know, hopefully you can get a full sort of 90-degree angle between the shaft and the forearm. So this is what you need to do to start with. It's kick-starting those wrists, and you need to be mindful of doing that as we go through the middle part of your swing.
Okay, so just getting the feeling first of just actually using those wrists is going to help the club sort of work up, and then we can set the drill up, which we've got here. So talk us through what we've got here, Piers.
This is a great way of giving you feedback when you're on the practice area. Now, I appreciate that you may not always be on grass, you may be on a range mat, but you can stick an alignment stick into a basket, you know, the range baskets, and you can actually, you'll find a way of propping it up.
In the way.
Put the bag in the way, put Andy in the way. Maybe you can come over and just kneel down there. So you'll notice that we've got this around about sort of waist height, that alignment stick is. It's not totally crucial on that, but the main thing is we've got it lined up with the toe line. So if we had a line coming through that and then we had our target line, we'll see that it's parallel to the ball target line and it's going through the toes. Okay, now the reference point on where to place it is, if I take my takeaway here, you can see that the alignment stick is very close to the club head, but it's just outside, so you won't quite hit it. When we're coaching, we put it in a place where they can hit it, but we don't want you to do that. We're judging, making sure that the client's not going to hit it. We want you to make sure you're not going to hit it, okay? But it's a great reference point, because at this point here now, I can see that the club head is in front of the stick. That's actually what we want. We obviously can see then whether it goes behind it or not.
Okay, so that's where Mike is gently behind. Yeah, so it's a guide really.
Okay.
Okay, so Piers, we need to give the guys at home then a drill so they can work on the two components, because this is what people struggle with. They struggle with getting this connection on the way back, but also blending in this sort of wrist set. So this is hopefully going to help that.
Okay, so as we said, be mindful that you're going to be setting the wrists as you go back, but what you need to imagine, and we do this all the time, is that your hands are in a channel. Now, what we'd ask you to do is, for the first part of your swing, to feel that as you swing back, that your hands stay pretty much in the middle of that channel. Eventually they're going to arc around your body, yes, but you're going to make sure that your hands stay in that channel. Now, as you're doing that as well, you've got to be mindful that you are going to be setting the wrists. So whenever I'm doing this, my hands are in the channel, I'm setting the wrists, and we can actually see that alignment stick there is a great reference point for me, because I'm keeping the club head in front of it. But my hands haven't gone out here.
Exactly,
so this is the thing, when Mike's working getting the club head out in front of his hands, we know that he'd be going out of the channel. So Mike has got to keep his hands in the channel, set the club, and then keep the club head just in front of that stick. Okay, right, perfect, sounds good. So we've got a drill, Piers, that we use sort of to really almost break it down first, and then we can get it into a motion, can't we? So it's kind of a progression almost, isn't it? Yeah, so we start with the drill and then we blend it. Okay, so taking the setup, what we're going to do is we're going to swing back to hands opposite the right thigh. So opposite the trail thigh. You can see that club is well connected with the body. I'm going to set the wrist, and then from there, I'm going to swing up and I'm going to hit it. Okay, so it's sort of moving it into position. You're keeping your hands in the channel, you're using the wrists, and then you're winding up to the top and then going through. Okay, there we go. Nice little draw. And the key thing about this is it's sort of, although it might be sort of more of a position, it gives you the feeling of, right, okay, there's this nice connection. Now I've got to use these wrists and get the feeling getting the club up and then winding up to the top. And you know, with practice then of doing this, you'll then get the feeling and hopefully blend it into a more of a motion, Piers, like you're going to do now for us. Absolutely. So again, hands are in the channel. I'm going to keep the hands going up the channel, but I'm going to blend in the wrist set. Okay. I'm being mindful of the alignment stick. The alignment stick is allowing me to see whether the club head's going out there too much or going there too much. And then we pull the trigger. Okay. So just a blended swing now. So what we'd recommend with that really for you, Mike, is that obviously Piers has gone from one straight to the other there. We wanted to, you know, obviously we'd have more time at doing this, but having more time just to get the feeling, and using this here is going to give you, I suppose, some feedback if you are coming underneath or you are inside. But now you know the reason that you're generally struggling with this is because the wrists aren't doing a good job. So get the wrists doing a good job, it's easy to keep the connection, and it's easy to get the club on plane, and then hopefully going to hit that golf ball a bit better. Hit great shots. There we go. No problem. Okay, there you have it. Very simple drill there to help get that club on plane in the backswing. So hit the thumbs up button, the like button if you enjoyed that. Post your comments down below if you want any more drills on your backswing. Let us know, we'd love to get those back to you. Also guys, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It allows you to interact with us and ask us these questions. Yes, and make sure you stay tuned this week for plenty of videos from the Turkish Airlines Open, and don't forget to enter the competition. Check in for the chance to win those fantastic prizes. Maybe even meet Rory McIlroy. I'm definitely entering that competition. I want to meet Rory. Cheers guys, thanks a lot. Thanks for watching.